everybody, welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today on Anime Reaction, we watched the third episode of Koutetsujou no Kabaneri.
And this one wasn't trancing.
Yes. If you want to check out our reaction, or non-reaction, to the third episode of Koutetsujou no Kabaneri, hit that link in the description below.
And leave us your feedback in the comments section of the hate of our inaction.
If you want to subscribe to Otaku Saga, I mean, not every episode's like this.
It's not like we want you to subscribe or anything. Baka.
Cinder intensifies. Speaking of intensifies, this episode, holy crap. We got this.
I don't know. I think it's had the same intensity all throughout. But this episode really continues that trend.
Well, this one has a
different
lot.
time.
This one has a lot of story involved.
Yeah, you get to see more Mume's story and start to establish her relationship with Ikoma.
Yeah.
And good God, that's a lot.
She is like the worst teacher fucking ever.
Yes, she is.
She's a terrible teacher.
Kind of like Eyes. Okay, I'll just beat at you until you start.
Whoop your ass until
you
Even
start.
Eyes was a better teacher than she is.
She at least explains what Belle's doing wrong. Mume just kicks Ikoma's ass.
It's still a similarity.
But yeah,
Eyes also did say.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eyes also did say that she was not the best teacher.
Yeah.
Well, she confessed. Mume's like, whatever.
Right. But my big problem is that she didn't tell Ikoma what to expect being a Kabaneri.
Yeah.
So, like, if he'd have known, then he'd have been able to tell the lady running things, the daughter of the guy who was running that town.
That rich bitch.
The rich girl. He would be able to tell her, "Hey, you should probably get out of this cart."
Yeah, get out of the car and, like, I don't know, kill some chickens or something, drain some blood because I need it.
Whatever needs to happen there.
Something.
But she didn't tell him what to expect, so he didn't know, and now he has gone into a blood rage. And, well, needs to suck some blood. So, yeah.
That's about it, really.
Pretty much.
Well, that's actually not about it. There was the old people who are intent on stopping and praying. That's a huge risk.
Yeah.
And it's so weird when you start talking about normal people and doing security stuff. Because normal people, they just think their own way.
Yeah.
You know, they don't think if we stop, we're going to get attacked.
Yeah.
If we stop, even for an hour, the entire train is at risk of never moving again.
Yeah, or if, another one is not only did they stop, but they also, set up the fire and whatnot, made themselves, like, uber visible.
Well, actually, first, you had the people who wanted to stop and, hold funeral rites and all that stuff. But then you had Monsieur Faggoty Hair come in.
Yeah.
And say that, shit's busted, we can't make it to the next station anyway.
Yeah.
So they had to stop.
Well, they had to stop, but I don't think that they had to stop for as long as they did.
Probably enough to get
like
repairs
if they didn't hold the memorial service, then they probably would have been moving again already. Of course, then again, it was probably a good thing that they weren't moving because a pregnant lady turned into a Kabaneri. So,
Yeesh.
Which is another interesting thing about general public. Now, a pregnant woman needs to be protected at all times by all means, even if she gets turned into a Kabaneri or Kabane. Huh?
Yeah, that doesn't really make any sense.
Some of them are like, no, don't kill her, she's pregnant.
So she's a zombie.
I saved your all's asses and you're trying to kill me anyway. What's, like...
Yeah, I don't get that line of reasoning there.
Well, normally in these types of stories, the public at large usually have the IQ of rocks, but it seems to be a little excessive in this anime. But no.
I can kind of see that.
Perhaps. But, I don't know, that pregnant lady was pretty far along. Do you think the baby might survive?
Yeesh.
Be a Kabaneri.
Kabaneri. Okay.
Kabaneri from birth.
Possibility? Maybe. Maybe it pops out and it's a Kabane from birth. That'd be... Okay, that's nightmare-inducing.
Well, I think it might be a similar situation to what actually happened with Mume.
We still haven't figured out how she became a Kabane. Or Kabaneri. I'll get the names right eventually.
It is a big difference.
But she doesn't have all the same scarring and everything that Ikoma has.
True.
So. I think I mentioned that in the last discussion.
Yeah, in the last discussion we were talking about it. I'm kind of curious about that.
Hopefully they get to it in future episodes.
Yes.
But I kind of like that theory, though.
Now, during the episode, we had the slight discussion of would it be worse to be bitten by a Kabane, or would it be worse to be eaten by a Titan? And I am of the opinion that being turned into a Kabane is worse.
Mm-hmm.
Not only because it sucks for you, and it's probably extremely painful, but then your corpse is shambling around, and your family, if they're still alive, has to see that.
All right, fair enough. I'm of the opinion that being eaten by a Titan is worse because you're awake through a good load of the whole ordeal, and if you're swallowed whole, you get to melt in a vat of Titan stomach acid. Alive. Aware.
Yeah, that's if you make it alive.
If you make
Most
it
of the people in that series, they probably die during the chewing process. Very few people in that series are swallowed whole.
Aaron made it.
Mostly.
He kind of had an advantage.
Mostly. He got disarmed.
He also had kind of an advantage built in.
But there weren't a whole lot of people in that series who did get swallowed whole while alive. So...
Well, if you're bitten in half, your brain's still going to be awake for at least a little while until you bleed out.
I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people were like picked up and...
So they got the head first, and it's all good. Okay.
I don't know. Either way would suck.
Either way would suck.
I just think that the Kabane is a little bit worse.
Also, I wonder if it burns.
Your heart looks like iron in a smelter. I'd imagine it burns somewhat.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering if the burning effect takes place during the transformation or after the transformation.
Well, we ponder one nightmare scenario after another. Yeesh.
Yeah, well, and then the other thing is while you're dying from the disease, a little gnat flying around. While you're dying from the disease, you also have to think. You'd also be sitting there thinking, "Wow, I'm going to be turning into a zombie, shambling around, and possibly killing other people.
Time to kill myself."
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I didn't like him anyway.
Then the whole explosive to the chest doesn't seem so bad anymore.
Yeah, the suicide bag.
Yeah, the suicide bag.
At least you always have that option. Or
if you have one on you.
If you have one on you. You would think that would be standard operation.
Yeah.
But obviously people don't think that way.
Yeah. So, so I think that's about it for this one. Anything else we want to discuss?
Gotta make it for the episode itself.
Yeah, sort of. Oh my god, I feel so bad because I was like dead silent the entire time. I was just paying attention.
It was just so interesting.
It was.
Not our worst take though. Or not our most quiet take though.
I think it's interesting that the pregnant lady, Mume could sense Kabane.
Mm-hmm.
So She rushes out of the car, sensing a Kabaneri on the train.
Mm-hmm.
So she rushes out, tries to find it, and then it disappears.
Oh.
So I wonder, is that may actually allow the Kabaneri baby theory to, come to better fruition. But it's just an interesting thing. How long does it actually take for the virus to take full effect? Because there are a ton of different time frames that we've seen.
Yeah, in Koma's case, it was within minutes at first, and then he just choked himself, and then just retreated. But in the case of the pregnant lady, though, that's going to be festering for a while.
In Ikoma's case, I think there's a couple of things working with that. It could be where they got bitten or where they got infected from. We don't even know if she actually got bitten or not.
True.
Because he got like a whole chunk taken out of his arm.
Yeah.
But that about wraps up for this episode of Anime Reaction. I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.
Hi everyone, Otaku Saga here, and we really hope you enjoyed this episode of Anime Reaction.
Yeah, and if you have an idea for an anime that you'd like to see us watch, leave a comment down below.
If you really like what we do, feel free to subscribe to our channel and visit our website at www.otakusaga.com.
And as always, thanks for watching.